You are a big deal not because of what you have, not because of what you have on, not because of the people around you. You are a big deal because there's not another person in this world like you. And when you start to embrace that there's nobody else like you, when you start to embrace that nobody else can do what you do, when you start to embrace that you are one of one, you will start to see the greatness that you have. All right, I'm from Allendale. All right, yep, I'm from Allendale. So yeah. So I'm want to see how this sounds because I'm used to going into Estill and hearing the crowd, and I'm used to going into Hampton and hearing the crowd, especially when we played. So I need this side for me because I want to hear how this sounds. When I point to y'all, y'all say Hampton, and when I point to y'all on this side, y'all say Hurricanes. All right, I just want to see how it sounds. I just want to see. I just gotta hear it. I gotta hear it. All right, so when I point to this side, y'all say Hampton, and when I point to this side, y'all say Hurricanes, okay? I'm talking about 1, 2. All right? Oh, man, come on, man. Come on. All right, ready? Oh, come on, Hurricanes. Come on, Hurricanes. Come on. All right. There we go. Oh! Are we losing it? Come on, Hampton! In 8th grade, I was this star football player that had all this so-called potential. Man, I was a middle linebacker and I played quarterback. All the varsity coaches would come to my game and they would talk highly of me. Man, you gonna be, that boy there gonna be something special. Basketball, I'm 6'1", 6'2" in basketball, leading my team in scoring when we had like this middle school region championship. And I went on to win that. And then I go on, after I finish my middle school in basketball, they have this thing where they call you up. And so the coach used to come to my games and they used to be packed and they used to say, you come play for us at JV. And I went up to JV and I came in and I went in and I put work while I was on JV basketball team. Did so good we won whatever that championship was. Then guess what? The coach says that the varsity coach, who was the coach at the time, he was watching my JV games. He said, son, we're getting ready to go to the playoffs. I want you to play varsity. So I already won the middle school championship. I already won the JV championship. So I get ready to go to varsity, and we ran through the playoffs in 2002. You can go and look when you go in the gym, you can look up. We won the state championship in 2002. So I got a middle school championship, a JV championship, and a varsity championship in 1 year. I'm like, I'm something. I'm something. So the summer of 2002, because I'm getting ready to go to my freshman year, one of my coaches, what they did, they pulled me, they say, hey, Smith, come in here. I'm like, okay, cool. So I'm jogging around the corner thinking this, a little, what you want? I'm jogging, coming around. Yeah, coach. He said, close the door behind you. Now, y'all kids, when somebody say close the door behind you, usually ain't nothing good coming after that, right? It's just what it is, It's something about somebody saying close the door, behind you. They could be having good news, but when you say close the door behind me, I'm like, okay. So I say, okay, coach, I closed the door behind me. Now he went to the board. And when he went to the board, and if you know a football coach, because it was my football coach, if you go in their office, it's always either some plays up or some X's and O's. They got some E's and T's and circles every time in every football coach locker. So I went in there, I sat down, and he said, look at the board. And so I turned and looked at the board. He grabbed a green marker. And he wrote on the board, he said 2002-2006. Wrote 2002-2006. And he said, Smith, you know what that means? Now, I'm a smart dude. 2002-2006. You're talking about my high school career, right? That's 4 years. That's when I'm gonna graduate in 2006. So I'm a smart dude. Okay. But, and some of y'all probably do it too. I started thinking about like, this don't seem random. Like for him to call me in his office, to write this, it seemed like he planned this. It seemed like he went home and tried to rehearse this. He gonna say this to me. So I was a smart kid, so I realized this is kind of like a rhetorical question. Because he really don't want me to answer right, because then he might say, oh, you think you smart, you think you know it all, and then it's gonna kill his moment. This is his moment. He visualized this moment in his head because he's gonna have this speech with me. And I said, okay, so I tried to play it off. I didn't want to give it away, but I looked at No, coach, I don't know what that is. He said, good. I was like, yep, this is your moment. And he said, okay, so 2002, what year are you in now? I said, well, it's 2002. You're about to be a freshman, right? I said, right. He said, good. So that 2002 represents your freshman year. He said, okay, look at the 2006. He said, 2006, you're going to graduate in 4 years, right? So that's when you're going to be a senior. I said, yes. He said, that's what the 2006 represents. Duh. But, I'm like stroking his ego a little bit. Oh. And he's like, yes. But the next thing he said to me is, this is what I want you guys to focus on, which was interesting. He took the green marker and he circled the middle. He said, what's that? He said, a dash. I said, excuse me. I said, a dash. He said, D, you got the potential to be something great. You got the potential to do something very, very special. He said, do me a favor in your 4 years. Don't waste your dash. He said, don't waste your dash. Don't waste your opportunity. He said, I've seen many of people who have come in here and they were smart, but they got in the wrong crowd and they end up wasting their dash. I've seen many people that were very talented, that had the ability to do certain things, but because they got caught up in street life or doing certain things, guess what? They end up wasting their dash. And he said, I don't want you to be an idol. I said, an idol? What you mean, an idol? He said, you don't know what an idol is? I said, no, I know what IGA is. I don't know no idol. He said, you know a couple of idols. I said, Coach, man, now you going over my head. Now this ain't even me acting stupid. This is me not knowing. I'm like, Coach, I don't know no idols. He said, you ever been in the community, or you ever been around family, or you ever been in at the game and you hear the people in the stands, or to hear the people talking, and they used to talk, they'd say stuff like this? I would have been successful if I would have been on TV right now if I would have been valedictorian of my school if I would have just studied harder. I would have been the best player in the nation if I would have just got in the weight room and worked. Man, I would have been on TV right now, performing right in front of the audience. Man, if I would have just worked hard. Man, if I would have been special if I would have stopped hanging around the wrong crowd. Like, I would have been something different if I would have just worked harder. And he said that is a painful feeling to live with that regret. And he said, I don't want you to be an idol. I don't want you to be an idol. He said, greatness is a choice. He said, I'm asking you today to decide to be great. I'm asking you today to decide. You just do me a favor. All right, I'm coming right here. What is this right here, ma'am? $20 bill. Okay, all right, student right here. What is this? $20 bill. All right, we got a $20 bill right here. Now, everybody perking up. They say, oh, we about to win some money. Everybody eyes open. All right? So, I asked you a question. I'm going to ask you a question. I need y'all to respond. So, they verified this is a $20 bill. If this $20 bill should be able to buy me something for $15, right? Talk to me, right? Got it. If I fold this $20 in half, is it still worth $20? You sure? I folded it in half. Okay, so it's still worth $20 folding it in half. All right, what if I balled it up? It's still 20. If I throw it on the ground, still 20. If I stepped on the 20. So hold on, it got, hold. Now the 20 is no longer straight. It's been stepped on, it's been balled up, it's been thrown on the ground. But y'all telling me it's still worth 20. It's still worth 20? All right, but what I learned from that experiment, what I just did was, if I can do all of this to a $20 bill and it doesn't lose its value, why do I feel like I lost mine because of some mistakes that happened? Y'all told me the value of this $20 bill didn't change when all of this happens to you. But some of you, you don't think that you're valuable because of some mistakes that happen in your life. You don't think that you're valuable because of your circumstances, right? You don't think that you're valuable because of the environment you come from. Like, you don't think that you're valuable because you don't wear what somebody else wears, or you don't have on what somebody else have on. So today I just want to encourage you. Today I just want to tell you, you are valuable. Your value doesn't depend on nobody else. You are what I like to say, a big deal. Like, you are a big deal. I don't know if you know it, but you are a big deal. You are a big deal not because of what you have, not because of what you have on, not because of the people around you. You are a big deal because there's not another person in this world like you. And when you start to embrace that there's nobody else like you, when you start to embrace that nobody else can do what you do, when you start to embrace that you are one of one, you will start to see the greatness that you have in you. See, the problem is you're so busy comparing yourself to what somebody else got that you don't see how great you are. You don't see how unique you are. You don't see how special you are. You don't see what you bring to the table. I'm here to say there ain't another one like me. Get it in. And then I'm like, okay, cool. I gotta go. He was like, man, can you give me a ride home? I was like, bet, man, ain't no questions asked. I give you a ride home. What's the problem? I give you a ride home. So he get in the car with me. And we drive. And when we drove, we was passing a nice neighborhood. But then we turned off of that road. And then we turned off, I was like, okay. And then we made another turn. And then we made another turn, and I was like, okay. And so when we turned, I'll just be real with y'all. Where my man stayed, it shouldn't have been a home. Shouldn't have been a home. So I dropped him off and I said, Coach, hey, you know such and such? He said, D, it's bad. I said, it's bad, what's up? He said, I ain't even wanted to tell you everything. He said, but that young man's going through a lot. He said, that young man is going through a lot. He said, his dad's not in his life. And he said, D, I'll be honest, his mom is on drugs. I'm just being real. I'm keeping it. One thing you're gonna get, I'm gonna be transparent with you, because in this real world, when you go out here, it ain't sugarcoat. And so when he told me that, y'all, I broke down, right? I broke down because I'm just a firm believer, like, a child shouldn't have to live like that. He ain't chose to be here. She ain't chose to be here. This shouldn't be how this person got to live. And so I called him. I said, man, listen to me. I got other obligations because I got to run around and work and do different things. I said, but I will make sure every time you can get in, we can get in, and we can work together. And so the season starts, because this is right before basketball season. So the season starts, and we're having conversations, and I'm going to this game, and I'm pushing him, but you can see he's having a fight between the old him and the new him he's trying to be. He's having a fight. Why? Because I'm only with him an hour or two a day. I'm only with him an hour or two a week. But he got to go back home. See, nobody talks to you. It's easy to come in here and get this motivation because some of y'all really like, man, whatever. Because you said, man, whatever, all that stuff you saying sound good, but you ain't got to go home with me. Like, teacher, I feel you, teacher. All that stuff you saying sound good. But if you don't know, you may say I'm a boy here, but in my house, I'm the man of the house. Why? My dad gone. So I hear what you saying. Like, I feel you, teacher. You telling me to be good and do the right thing. But you don't realize when I get in these streets, this is my only survival. Because you ain't coming to the house to protect me. You ain't coming to the house to put food on my table. So I feel you when you say, man, whatever. I feel you when you get in your mindset. I feel you when you like, bump this. This ain't even worth it. Because my man, when I went to watch him, he was saying the same thing. He got halfway to the season. He looked at me and said, man, I'm done with this. I said, man, do me a favor. Don't quit on me. I said, man, if you do anything in this world, I said, don't quit on me. I said, I promise you, we're going to work, we're going to get better. Just don't quit on me. And I got a text message the other day, and this is why I told you it broke me down. This is why I talk about your conditions don't have to be your conclusion, y'all. What you're in now doesn't have to be your conclusion. My man texted me yesterday. He said, hey, Coach D, and I'm going to read it to you verbatim, y'all. I'm going to read it to you verbatim. I got it. He said, what's up, Coach D? He said, Coach such and such wanted me to let you know I'm supposed to have a workout this Wednesday at Landon University. He said, also, Coach, I want to let you know that I just got my first offer to go play basketball at a school. Think it. And then the last part, he said, y'all, this what took me to the edge. He said, love you, Coach. Appreciate it. Now, you may say, okay, what's the love you? I just told you that man ain't had a father. I don't know the last time that man said love you. So for that man to say love you, thank you, and not allow his conditions to become his conclusion, for him to push through it. Some of you right now, because of the conditions, you may think, I can't do this. This ain't possible. I'm telling you to believe in the last thing, y'all, and I'll share this with you. I said you got to embrace your greatness. You have to believe in your greatness, and then you have to chase it. This is the part a lot of people don't want to do. Because this is one of the hardest parts that you have to do, because I told you my favorite book is the Bible. It says faith without work is dead. So you can believe all you want to believe. But if you ain't willing to put the work in it, none of it's going to be possible. None of it's going to be possible if you ain't willing to put the work in. None of it. And a lot of us, we run from the work because we're afraid of failing. A lot of us, we run from the work because we're afraid, man, what they're going to say about me. A lot of us, we run from the work because we're afraid, what if I don't get it? What if I try hard and I don't get it? What if I try hard and get disappointed? What if I try hard and it doesn't work out? Today I'm going to challenge you to do something I had to do in my mid-20s. I told you that changed my mind. I had to think about what if I did it. I need y'all to lock in right here. I had to think about what if I did it. What if the goal I had, I actually do it? What if the vision I have, I actually accomplished it? What if the grade that I wanted, I actually get it? What if the dream I had, it actually comes true? I'm not telling y'all something I read in the book. I'm telling y'all the truth about me. I had to say, what if I did it? A kid that struggled when he was in high school, like reading and writing wasn't my thing. And so I had to decide. I said, what if I wrote a book? What if I accomplish it? Right? What if I did it? When I was going through high school, they say, man, D, you can't read and write. They marking out all my paper. What if I did it? What if I did it? Let me tell you why I'm saying what if you did it and how it can change everything. I'm gonna come right here. This is my book. What's the name right here? Camille. What is it? That's supposed to be Illustrator. So Illustrator. What's this right here? Written by Camille. My daughter did this. I keep it in my back pocket. What if I did it? Because I wrote a book and I was an author. My daughter said she wants to be an illustrator and an author. What if you did it? What would it look like to you? How could you change your family's life if you did it? How could you do for your brothers and sisters if you did it? How could you change your life if you did it? How could you change Hampton County if you did it? How could you change Hampton school systems if you did it? I'm just asking, what if you did it? Is that too much to ask? Like, what if you actually, the goal that you have, you actually reached it? Because there was moments I didn't believe this was possible. But I pushed through it because I thought about, what if I did it?